Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Mr. English Talk, the place where you don't just improve your English, you also learn how to transform your life. Today, we are going to talk about something that stops almost everyone from achieving their dreams: laziness. Yes, laziness, the invisible enemy that steals your time, kills your potential, and keeps you stuck in a life far below what you are capable of. Listen carefully. Laziness is not just about lying on the couch or procrastinating. It's a mindset, a habit, and a choice. Every time you delay, every time you give in to comfort, every time you let excuses control you, laziness wins. And the truth is, laziness is the reason most people never reach their full potential. The first step to killing your laziness is realizing its cost. Think about all the opportunities you have missed because you were too comfortable, too distracted, or too afraid to act. Think about the skills you could have mastered, the wealth you could have built, and the goals you could have achieved if you had taken action instead of waiting. Every day wasted is a day you will never get back. Time is precious and laziness steals it silently. Killing laziness starts with discipline. Discipline is not motivation, it is action, even when you don't feel like it. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline keeps you moving forward. Wake up early. Start your day with purpose. Take action before you feel ready. Small steps repeated consistently destroy laziness and build unstoppable momentum. Another key to defeating laziness is clarity of purpose. When your goals are crystal clear, laziness has no power over you. You know exactly what you want, why you want it, and what it will cost to get it. When your vision is strong enough, it pulls you into action, no matter how comfortable or tired you feel. Killing laziness also means breaking tasks into small, manageable steps. Often, we procrastinate because the task feels too big or too hard. But when you divide it into small actions, it becomes easier to start. Remember, action creates momentum. Once you start, even a little, the rest becomes easier. Laziness cannot survive when momentum is building. It also requires removing distractions. Social media, entertainment, gossip, and unnecessary noise steal your energy and focus. When you eliminate distractions, your mind becomes sharper, your productivity increases, and laziness has nowhere to hide. Protect your time like it is gold, because it is. Killing laziness means taking responsibility for your life. Stop waiting for someone to push you, tell you what to do, or rescue you. Your success is your responsibility. If you want it, you must fight for it. Excuses and laziness are the enemies of success. Winners don't wait, they act. They don't complain, they conquer. It also means training your mind to embrace discomfort. Laziness thrives in comfort. Growth happens when you step out of your comfort zone, when you push your limits, when you do what others won't. Every time you force yourself to act despite fatigue, fear, or hesitation, you weaken laziness and strengthen your willpower. And here's the truth: the longer you delay, the harder it becomes to start. Laziness compounds. The longer you wait, the more your mind becomes conditioned to avoid effort. But the moment you take control, the moment you act, everything changes. One small step destroys resistance, builds confidence, and sets your life in motion. Killing laziness also means starting before you feel ready. Most people wait for the perfect moment, for the perfect energy, for the perfect mood, but the perfect moment never comes. Action creates motivation, not the other way around. The moment you start, even if it's uncomfortable, you break the chains of laziness. Remember, winners act first and refine later. It also means setting deadlines and holding yourself accountable. Without deadlines, tasks expand to fill the time you give them, and laziness thrives. When you commit to a timeline, even if it's strict, you force yourself into action. And when you hold yourself accountable, when you measure your progress every day, and when you hold yourself every day, laziness has no room to hide. Another key to killing laziness is building momentum through habits. Laziness loses power when you create routines that automatically push you forward. Wake up early, plan your day, exercise, work on your goals, and repeat. Habits compound. One small action every day becomes unstoppable progress over time. Momentum kills resistance, and resistance is laziness. It also requires training your mind to embrace discipline over comfort. Laziness thrives in comfort, in ease, in avoiding effort. But success is built on doing things others won't. Every time you choose work over rest, action over hesitation, effort over ease, you weaken laziness and strengthen your willpower. The more you practice discipline, the easier it becomes to stay consistent. Killing laziness also means removing excuses from your life. Stop saying, "I'm too tired," "I don't have time," or "I'll start tomorrow." Excuses are laziness disguised as logic. Winners don't make excuses. They find solutions, they take action, and they keep going no matter what. It also means creating a strong why. Why are you doing this? Why are you chasing this goal? Why do you refuse to settle for mediocrity? Your why is your fuel. When it is strong enough, laziness cannot compete. Every time you feel like giving up, remind yourself of why you started. Let that why push you forward. And here's the truth. Laziness is not just an enemy of action, it is an enemy of your potential. Every day you give in to laziness is a day lost. A day that could have been used to learn, to grow, to earn, to build. The longer you let laziness control you, the further you drift from your dreams. But the moment you take control, the moment you act, the moment you refuse to give in, everything changes. Killing laziness also requires building self-respect through action. When you consistently take action, even when you don't feel like it, you start respecting yourself. You build confidence. You prove to yourself that you are capable, strong, and unstoppable. Laziness can never survive when self-respect becomes your habit. It also means surrounding yourself with energy and motivation. The people around you, the environment you live in, and the content you consume affect your energy. Remove negativity. Stop spending hours with people who waste your time. And instead surround yourself with those who inspire, challenge, and push you to be better. Energy is contagious. Laziness spreads if you are not careful. Killing laziness also means training your mind to focus on the bigger picture. Most people give in to laziness because they are thinking only about temporary comfort, instant gratification, or avoiding effort right now. But every great achievement comes from delaying comfort today for massive results tomorrow. When you start thinking about your future self, laziness loses all its power. You understand that every action, every step, every hour counts toward building the life you want. It also requires breaking tasks into smaller, manageable actions. Laziness often comes from feeling overwhelmed. A big goal can feel impossible, and your mind convinces you to do nothing. But the moment you divide it into small, actionable steps, it becomes easier to start. One small step forward is better than doing nothing. And every step you take builds momentum, which destroys laziness faster than motivation ever can. Killing laziness also means creating accountability systems. Share your goals with someone who pushes you. Track your progress daily and measure results. When someone is counting on you, or when you are measuring your own progress, laziness has nowhere to hide. Accountability transforms "I'll do it later" into "I must do it now." It also requires building a routine of early mornings. Most lazy people waste their mornings in bed scrolling through their phones, watching meaningless content, or delaying action. Winners wake up early before the world even starts moving. In those quiet hours, you can think, plan, create, and work on your goals. Winning your morning is winning your day, and winning your day is winning your life. Killing laziness also means embracing discomfort. Laziness thrives in comfort, fear, and avoidance. But every time you push through discomfort, you strengthen your willpower. Exercise when you feel tired. Work when you feel unmotivated. Take action when you feel fear. Growth is always on the other side of discomfort, and laziness will never survive there. It also requires reducing distractions. Phones, social media, gossip, and unnecessary entertainment are tools laziness uses to steal your focus. If you want to be unstoppable, you must control your environment. Silence notifications, block distractions, and dedicate focused hours to your growth. Energy spent on meaningless things is energy stolen from your future. Killing laziness means building self-discipline as a habit, not a choice. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline never quits. Discipline is doing the work even when you don't feel like it. It is choosing action over comfort, focus over procrastination, and progress over ease. The more you practice discipline, the easier it becomes to stay consistent. And laziness loses its grip entirely. It also means visualizing the life you want. Close your eyes and imagine yourself achieving your goals, living the life you dream of, and becoming unstoppable. When your vision is strong enough, laziness becomes irrelevant. You are no longer fighting for comfort. You are fighting for your future, for your freedom, for your legacy. And here's the ultimate truth. Laziness is not just an enemy of action, it is an enemy of your destiny. Every moment you waste, every excuse you make, every delay you allow takes you further from the life you deserve. But the moment you decide to act, the moment you refuse to give in, the moment you put in the work, everything changes. Your potential, your confidence, your energy, and your life all shift. Laziness cannot survive when your vision is bigger than your excuses. So remember, laziness is not your friend. It is the silent thief of your dreams, your time, and your potential. It disguises itself as comfort, as rest, as I'll do it later. But every second you give in to it is a second lost forever. The moment you take control, the moment you refuse to give in, everything changes. Killing laziness starts with small actions, but those small actions compound into unstoppable momentum. Wake up early. Focus on your goals. Take responsibility for your life. Face discomfort. Remove distractions. Build discipline. Every step you take, no matter how small, is a victory against laziness and a step toward the life you deserve. Life will always try to distract you. People will doubt you. Opportunities will seem far, and excuses will tempt you to quit. But remember, action creates motivation, and momentum destroys resistance. Winners don't wait for perfect conditions. They act, they push, and they dominate their life one step at a time. Your dreams are bigger than your excuses. Your goals are more important than your comfort. And your life is far too valuable to waste in laziness. So start today. Start right now. Take action before you feel ready. Push through the resistance. Build habits, discipline, and momentum. The moment you kill laziness, you reclaim your power. You reclaim your time. You reclaim your future. You stop surviving and start thriving. You stop dreaming and start achieving. And the world will notice, not because you bragged or showed off, but because your results speak louder than words. So rise, Act, focus, discipline yourself, push forward, and never ever let laziness steal your life again. Your time is now. Your life is now. Your success is waiting, and it starts with one simple choice: to take action today, no matter what.